the government has announced they're cracking down on illegal working in the UK. Isn't this what your party wants to see?
We want to see more enforcement. We want to see cracking down. The reality is it's all about stats and what comes out. The National Crime Agency's most recent figures had said that 84% were not high impact interventions. It said that arrests were down 16%. The reality is there's a hell of a lot more enforcement to do because a hell of a lot more people are coming to the country illegally. The last government, previous governments have got things wrong on immigration, but since this government came to office, the number of people arriving in the country illegally is up 50%. They promised to end hotel use. There are more people staying in hotels, and of those people arriving in the country, less of them are being deported. We need to leave the ECHR. We need to remove people who come into this country illegally. No ifs, no buts.
Well, the Home Office have released their own figures, and they say arrests are up 83% since Labour took over from the Tories. The government saying they're fixing the problems that you left them. How do you respond to that?
Well, I think, do you know what? Stats are stats. As we said, that last National Crime Agency report said that arrests were down. It said that these were, 84% were not high impact interventions. If you've got more people coming into the country, you've got 50% more people arriving in this country illegally as a result of this government, there is going to be more arrests to be made. We're saying that anybody who breaks into the country, anybody who arrives illegally, should be removed, no ifs, no buts. And those people caught working illegally in this country, we're saying that they should be deported. We're saying that their wages should be used to remove them from this country. We need to stop messing and tinkering around the edges. We need to stop people breaking into the country.
And the big political story yesterday, Nadhim Zahawi, we know him as the former Chancellor, he defected to Reform. It's caused quite a stir. Were you shocked by that?
He keeps getting called a former Chancellor. I'm not sure how long he was the Chancellor for, but I don't think it was a very long time. I'm not going to get in the gutter and start slating Nadhim. He's made the decision he's made. He's a former colleague. People have seen the news overnight about the fact he was begging Kemi for a peerage before he decided to leave us. They've heard about the fact that this is someone who said that they've feared a country run by Nigel Farage. People will read those stories, they'll make up their own decisions. It's not for me to get in the gutter and be arguing and slating off a former colleague.
You've just hinted at there's been accusations from senior Tories that he was asking for a peerage, and the implication being that essentially he's made this move out of spite. Is that how you see it?
I think people will look at the facts. They'll look at the fact he was begging Kemi for this peerage before he went, and they'll decide what they think his motivations were. I'm not going to get in the gutter with it.
And he said his old party had become a defunct brand under Kemi. Presumably that's not how you see it, but the polling may suggest that Reform have a better brand right now. How do you counteract?
Well, polls are polls. We got a real grubbing at the last general election. It's going to take a long time to come back from that, but we've gone away. We've dusted ourselves down. Kemi's conceded what the last government got wrong. She's told that mistakes were made. She's coming forward with a real plan. And there's a real dividing line now. You've got a choice between the Conservatives, who are going to be fiscally responsible, who've pointed out where we're going to make savings. We're going to cut welfare. We're going to cut the benefits that are being given in ever-increasing number by this government. On the other side, you've got Labour, you've got Reform, all of whom are happy to spend ever more on benefits. They're happy to spend more than we've got. We're the fiscally responsible people who are going to sort our economy, make sure that the government is on the side of those who work hard and do the right thing.
And just in Iran, we've seen the number of protesters being killed is escalating, as reported by human rights groups. Donald Trump's now announced a 25% tariff on countries that trade with Iran. Would you like to see more action from the UK on this side?
This is, in Iran we've got a brutal Islamist regime who are doing awful things and impeding on the rights of women, of gay people. A terrible situation over there, and now protesters who are standing up for freedom are being killed, injured. It's not acceptable. We've got to look at what Donald Trump's doing. We've got to look at what's going on there. We've got to support those people who are out there fighting for freedom and protect their rights.
And just on Grok, and we heard Liz Kendall talk last night about the government's plans for how to deal with this. Ideally, what would you like to see at the end of this? Obviously, lots of Conservatives say they don't want X to be taken down in the UK. What's your ideal situation here?
Well, I think that there are two very different things going on here. We've got a platform. Well, we've got people who create child sexual images. There is law there to deal with them, and they should be slammed. These awful paedophiles, horrendous people, should be dealt with properly with all the laws that are in place and given real sanctions. Any platform that is enabling people to generate such images should also be held to account. We welcome the Ofcom review, But the idea that you link this in with Twitter and find it as a way to shut down a platform that scrutinises government, that allows people to have public debate, that exposes all sorts of controversies, that's wrong. We should enable freedom of speech. We should allow the millions of people who go on Twitter to have their say and to have access to that information. Those are two very different issues. It might be convenient for the government to shut down debate and scrutiny. It's not the right thing to do.
But do you not think Elon Musk bears any personal responsibility for how people are using his technology?
Well, as I've said, anybody who creates such images should face the full force of the law. Anybody who creates equipment, kit, apps that allow people to create those images should be held to account. We should have that Ofcom review. We should look at what goes on. That should not be used as an opportunity to shut down scrutiny of this awful government.